So I'm outside, so I'm going to talk a little loud, but I wanted to show you guys. We got some cool window paintings here, courtesy of Celest, of Tess, our little mascot, which is pretty cool. So if you guys are looking on this side of the store, you guys will see this cool art. We got some trades over here. We got Metroid Dread, Metroid Samus Returns, got some higher end Dragon Quest games, some Pokemon, Twisted Metal, more Dragon Quest, some Super Nintendo, lots of cool stuff, Simpsons Hit and Run, The Great Edgar Hunt, really rare game. We also got a bunch of 3DS consoles, which is kind of crazy. So hopefully you guys will be able to get them. I know a couple people have been looking. PS Vita, Dreamcast, some guides and art books here. So a closer look at those Super Nintendo games in case you guys want to pause and take a look. Got a Genesis Mini. We got all of these really cool GameCube titles. Tales of Symphonia down there. Mario Party, Mario Kart, Paper Mario, Luigi's Mansion. Lots of really cool DS games that we don't often get in. These are cool. These are Game Boy Advance games with custom cases. We will sell them, hopefully with the custom cases. Some complete in-box Genesis. Nothing too crazy. Justice League is kind of cool. Resident Evil 5, House of the Dead, Tunic. Lots of great Wii stuff. Wario Land Shake It. Wii Sports in the regular package. Kirby's Return to Dreamland, Punch-Out. Rhythm Heaven Fever, that one's a heavy hitter. I think it may be missing its manual. Let me see. Without hopefully tilting over this huge stack of games. I pulled out Punch-Out, not Rhythm Heaven. Punch-Out is complete. Ooh, actually it does have its manual. So, this is a really uncommon one. I don't know. We haven't gotten in the store very often at all, so definitely come check this one out. We got Punch-Out and lots of cool stuff.
Alright, I'm doing a real quick pickup video. I was actually supposed to have more stuff, but I forgot to bring it. So, the only thing I have with me is the Blob on the Switch, which is really random. I'm sure for a lot of people, this is kind of like, if you remember this game came out on the Wii. I was like, maybe one of the few that played this game. But I guess they ported it to Switch as like, I guess sometime maybe in like, it says 2018 right here, so I'm guessing like pretty early on. And it's kind of hard to find. Like, I've maybe seen this game maybe once or twice ever, and there is a The Blob 2 on Switch. I need that too, but this is cool just to have a more up-to-date version on like a modern console. So I'll be playing this hopefully soon. I don't know when, but pretty cool to have. I got this from Joe Kane. If you're watching, Joe Kane, appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know if he sold this to me or gave this to me, but I've had this shirt for a minute now, maybe like a couple months now. But I wore it today specifically for the NES like championship, because it kind of did come out today, which today is a Friday. Came out yesterday, so I'm just kind of wearing it, you know, for the hype, I guess. So kind of it's fitting.
This launch day fit.
Launch day fit, yeah, for sure.
Okay, I got a few little games here to show. Nothing too crazy, but some it's all PlayStation stuff actually. I got a couple of Vita games. I like getting games for the Vita, but I have a hard time finding ones that I can like justify getting for the console. But these ones are pretty cool. I don't know 100%. Maybe Brittany can interject here, but this might be a Vita exclusive Monkey Ball game. I don't know for sure.
I actually have to look that up because I think Banana Splits also came out on the Wii.
Oh, never mind. Going in the garbage. And then I got Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform.
Which came out on other things, but the Vita port is also good.
Yeah, this definitely came out on other things, but this is possibly my favorite kart racing game. So now I own this on the Wii U, the PS3, the Xbox 360, Steam, and the Vita.
And since you drank your juice, you'll be extra good at that game.
That's true. That is true. So, PlayStation Portable Tactical RPG. Yeah, Ragnarok Tactics. This one is kind of pricey these days. It's like $90 to $100 game. And I've heard that the Ragnarok, I know the Ragnarok series has its fans. I've had a few people who've come into the shop who've talked about it fondly. So I've been wanting this one for quite a while, and it finally got traded in, and decided to grab it. This one's really cool. Best of the PlayStation Network Volume 1, the one and only. Includes 4 games. Fat Princess, Tokyo Jungle, Sound Shapes, which I don't know like anything about, and then Vikings Attack. the Tokyo Jungle is, like, for me anyway, the real draw here. This is a really cool game, and it's the only way to own it physically in the US. Pretty cool. So this one's getting pricey up there as well. It's been kind of pricey for a while, but really awesome. So I found out about this one from a Sean Shanson video. If y'all are not familiar with his YouTube channel, it's freaking awesome. If you like PS1 games, especially Japanese PS1 games, he's one of the best YouTube channels there is. And he did a video recently showing off all the Capcom published PS1 games, and this was one of the games he talked about. Only came out in Japan, unfortunately, but it is a multiplayer RPG board game. It's really not that difficult once you get the basics down to figure out kind of how to play it, and there's also like game FAQ translation guides and stuff like that on it. But also, here at the shop, we've got a guy working here who y'all have seen in many, many videos, I'm sure, but Hiroshi. Mr. Hiroshi can actually read and speak Japanese, so I figured it might be cool to have like maybe a little game night with the employees where we could all play this game and he could like translate for us what all's going on it. And he said he was totally down. So he actually got himself a copy as well. There's actually a Dreamcast version of this game as well, but it's a totally different look and feel than the PS1 version. The PS1 version is all this really awesome detailed sprite-based like pixel art and everything. And the Dreamcast version is all in 3D. So for me personally, this is much more appealing. It's just so much prettier. So that's why I went with this version other than the Dreamcast version. Plus, this version is about half or a third the price of the Dreamcast version. So, heck yeah. This is like under $20. Pretty cool.
These are your guys' favorite parts of the video. Trade time. We got some Switch stuff here. Saturn Tribute. I think these are shmups. Dedonpachi's also shmups. We got Celest. Minecraft. ARMS. Need for Speed, Grand Theft Auto, Cars Race-A-Rama, New Vegas, Lego Rock Band, Gundam Versus, Kami, Circle Around, Dedonpachi, Gravity Circle, Deep Throttle, Circuit, sorry, Psycho Collection. And then we got these guys here, Star Fox, Metroid, Final Fantasy Tactics, Half-Life. Just kind of going over them all. Good stuff. We got a complete copy of Nintendogs. We get asked about Nintendogs fairly often. Probably the coolest one here, The Ring, Terror's Realm, Rogue Galaxy, Street Fighter, Charles Cold Steel, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Kirby, Super Metroid and Secret of Mana, Staff of Kings, and some cool N64 games. So Ankit is here helping out today. Ankit, what are you working on?
Testing Xboxes to see if they need repair, if they're good to go out.
And how's it going? Looks like we got a lot of Xboxes.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be able to walk out of here, but there might not be space.
Well, I guess you must become Xbox 360. Ah, where'd Ankit go?
Hi, we are doing a group experience share on Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Yeah. We played it all together. Me, Celeste, Hero, and Brittany behind the camera. Brittany's already played it before, so she already knows how the game worked. But that was our first time, and that game is pretty rad. I kind of had an idea of what the game was like. I know the people behind it. They recently put out a game this year that did pretty well, so I was kind of expecting something of quality, and it definitely delivered on that front. I think anyway, and it's very entertaining in a very short game. There is a story behind it. You kind of find out towards the end. I think what really happens, which I won't say, but the gameplay I think is the core of what's really going on with the game. But I guess you guys can talk about it.
Yeah, so I knew about Sayonara Wild Hearts. I actually did not know what I was expecting going into it. I just heard of it, and I know Brittany was really into it. The art is very appealing. A lot of the music is also really good. And in all of my past experience shares, I think that is the number one thing I always point out in all the games that I play. Yeah, very visually appealing, kind of trippy at some points, but it made it a lot of fun, going through the levels and seeing different styles of the world, I guess. it was kind of fun because we were all passing the controller around, and it was just kind of funny because she was always like the best one, and always getting like the gold ranks for us.
That's because you two were the guinea pigs, so I got to see how the stages would play out, and then I would like try to perfect it in the end.
Yeah.
Or like try to get the gold rank rather, but yeah.
So it was like bronze and then silver
and gold. Almost every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the levels like progressively got harder for sure.
The last level was a freaking. I'm not gonna say what it was.
Yeah, I think
that last level was.
It's
long.
also like 3 times as long.
It was like a mixture of all the levels together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of different like styles it incorporates, like gameplay wise, from going on a motorcycle to playing first person.
Flying on something like a tarot card or something, flying through a tunnel, kind of like Star Fox. You're just like shooting down a tunnel. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. Like almost like a rail shooter, honestly.
Car drifting.
Yeah.
Oh. One thing I did want to mention is the usage of tarot cards throughout the game. Something about like interpreting the story through that tarot card, or that tarot card has a definition to what's going to happen in that chapter of the story. I thought that was really cool. I'm kind of into it, so yeah, it was very interesting to me.
Yeah. I like how the game is like very based around score. Like I feel like nowadays games aren't really based around score. Nowadays it's usually from start to finish, and I think from in just my experience, usually games are best like people usually play games repetitively because of things like speedrunning, which is another way people get entertained with the game. But I actually really love score because it gets me to want to beat the score eventually and just try to get the best score possible. And that's what Sayonara Wild Hearts like kind of felt to me, is that it was just like kind of almost like an old school arcade type game with the score based system, and I really like that. But gameplay wise, it was awesome. Visually phenomenal, and soundtrack was pretty great.
The soundtrack was varied in like the kind of styles that they play. It's pretty much all like electronic music, but like it varies in terms of like tempo, and then like how do you say it? Each different stage has like a different like vibe to it. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Some of the songs on there were absolute bangers.
Yeah, they're very, very visually just like well crafted, and like they really had like a different vision for each and every stage, and of course they had story. The story just fit the narrative, so that was cool. Banger.
Do you remember the part where the announcer said no rank?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. So I got one part with no rank, and the way they announced no rank was just absolutely disrespectful.
It was rude.
Like, you might as well just have not had said anything. That was humiliating. But yeah, real good game.
Yeah, the game was fun.
Alright, we got some trades for you guys. Starting off with this pretty rare combo disc. It's a Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort combo disc. It's got both games on one disc. We got Pokemon Omega Ruby, Donkey Konga, Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Mario Party, NSP, Mario Bros. On Atari, GTA 2 on the Game Boy Color, which we don't get into too often, Hades and The Witcher. Both, I think Hades and The Witcher are both out of print. Hades is not too terribly hard to find, but The Witcher is getting progressively harder to find on Switch. We got 3 DS Lites, the Guitar Hero Special one. We got a silver PSP, black PSP, 2DS. We got this in-box PSP. Some cool PlayStation 4 and Switch stuff. As well as 2 special editions up here, Hyperlight Drifter and Origami. Some more cool stuff here. We got some Sekiro and some PS5 games. We got Secret of Mana and Super Metroid. This is pretty uncommon, the Capcom Digital Collection. There is no manual, disc only, but we've been looking for this. We do have it, and the store for the Xbox 360 is officially down now, so the only way to get new games for it is physically. We got Ico, Armored Core, Twisted Metal Head-On, a Switch Lite, Diddy Kong Amiibo, some Castlevania, this big Requiem edition. This is the Rondo of Blood Symphony of the Night Collector's Edition, and then these two guys, the mini Requiem Collector's Edition, and then this is a Japan exclusive Collector's Edition. This is the Bloodstained Curse of the Moon Chronicles Collector's Edition. This is what it comes with. Yeah, it's very cool. You're going
I'm
home.
going home.
No, don't go
I'm
home.
going home.
You gotta stay here.
I gotta play my games
He's gotta
and
play
listen
his
to my new
games.
boombox.
Show your boombox.
Oh, it's in the car. It's real cool in red though.
That's so sad.
It's red, metallic.
Why did you bring? Why you didn't show that?
It
That would have been a
matches-
cool
It
pickup.
matches my record player.
He's gonna go blast it outside somebody's window after a bad breakup.
Yeah. All what John Cusack style.
What
yeah.
are you gonna play tonight?
Game or music wise? I'm probably not playing any games, but I might listen to some music.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, Mr. Mills.
Goodbye.
See you.
Yeah.
There he goes.